Welcome to the Explainer. Let's talk about something. If your business isn't on your customer's phone, does it even really exist anymore? Today, we are digging into the massive, powerful case for mobile apps in 2025. Because believe me, the game has totally changed, and we're going to show you exactly how. All right, let's just get right to it. Why should your business even think about a mobile app in 2025? I mean, you've got a website, you're on social media. Isn't that enough? Well, the answer might surprise you, and it all comes down to some pretty jaw-dropping numbers. So, let's start with this big one, 70%. A full 70% of all digital traffic, it's happening on mobile devices. I mean, think about that. That's not just a trend, that's a total takeover. Your main storefront, your front door, it's not a desktop computer anymore. It's right there, in the palm of your customer's hand. Okay, but here's the real kicker. Of all that time people are spending on their phones, a whopping 90% of it is spent inside apps. Not just browsing the web, but inside specific applications. Why? Because people want experiences that are fast, focused, and just work. They're ditching the browser for something built just for them. And you know, when that many people do something, a massive economy pops up around it. We're talking about a global app market projected to be worth over $500 billion. Let that sink in. This isn't some niche thing anymore. It's literally one of the biggest digital markets on the planet. So when you put all those numbers together, what do you get? Well, you get a really clear signal. It's what people are calling the mobile-first mandate. And it means exactly what it sounds like. Being mobile isn't just an option anymore. It's the new baseline. So the bottom line is this. Not having an app isn't just a missed opportunity anymore. It's a straight-up business risk. I mean, if your customers are spending all their time in apps and you're not one of them, you're basically invisible, right? Okay, so we get it. We have to be mobile. But what does an app actually do? What are its superpowers? Let's break down what it really delivers for a business. It's kind of like a three-step ladder to success. First, you get a direct line to your customers. No algorithms, no middlemen, just you and them. That connection, that direct line, well, that builds real loyalty. And once you have that loyalty, that's what fuels real, scalable growth for the long haul. And this really gets to the heart of it. We're not talking about fuzzy, feel-good benefits here. We're talking about real, measurable business results. Engagement you can actually see, trust you can earn, and outcomes that show up on the bottom line. All right, so the why is clear and the what makes sense. The big question left is how? How do you go from a cool idea scribbled on a napkin to a slick professional app on someone's phone? First off, building an app isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. You've got a big choice to make right away. Which platform? Are you building just for Apple's iPhones? Just for Google's Android phones? Or do you use some cool cross-platform tools to build for both at the same time? It's a really important decision that affects everything down the line. And, it's about way more than just coding. A great app needs an amazing design that's easy to use. It needs to be super secure. It needs to be built on a solid foundation that can grow with you. And these days, you might even want to sprinkle in some AI and automation. It's the whole package. Now, this all sounds like a lot, right? And it is. You need a team of specialists. Which leads us to maybe the most important question of all. Who's going to build this thing? Seriously, picking the right partner can make or break the entire project. One really interesting way to tackle this is something called a global delivery model. Instead of having everyone in one office, in one time zone, imagine having teams around the world. So while you're sleeping, work is still getting done. It's a way to work 24/7, which can speed things up and often be more cost-effective. So when you're looking for that perfect partner, you want the whole shebang. You want that global team, you want people who are obsessed with security, you want a foundation that won't break when you get successful, and you want someone who's with you from the very beginning all the way to supporting the app after it's launched. And you know what's a really good sign? When a partner has worked in a bunch of different industries. E-commerce, finance, healthcare, you name it. It shows they're not a one-trick pony. They're adaptable, and they've probably solved problems like yours before. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. We're going to wrap up by hitting a few of the most common questions that pop up. The practical stuff that everyone really wants to know. First one, and it's always the first one, how long is this going to take? From day one to the app being live in the store, what are we looking at?
Generally speaking, you're probably looking at a window of about 6 to 16 weeks, so a couple of months, give or take. But, and this is a big but, it all depends on how complex your app is. More features equals more time. Simple as that.
And now for the million-dollar question, or hopefully not a million-dollar question. How much does an app cost? This is one of those how long is a piece of string questions. There's just no sticker price. The cost is tied directly to what you want it to do, what you want it to look like, and how complicated it is under the hood. You're always going to need a custom quote to get a real number. Okay, last big question. Your app is live. It's in the App Store. So, are we done? Is that it? Absolutely not. In fact, the launch is kind of just the beginning. Think about it. You need support. You need maintenance. You need updates for new phones and security threats. A true partner sticks around to make sure the app keeps running smoothly long after that launch day excitement. So that brings us to the final thought. The big question you should be asking yourself. Your business has a digital presence, sure, but does it have a digital home? Because in this mobile-first world, an app isn't just another channel. It's the place you own, the place where you build those direct, powerful, and lasting relationships with the people who matter most, your customers.